I'm here. I'm here. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. What is up, people? Oh, I keep saying I need to make that intro longer because it clearly is not enough time. But be that as it may, we are here. We're here. We're queer. Get used to it. All right. Let me get me a snack or two. We ought to be prepared for a sugar spike at any moment. I still have Christmas tree cakes, y'all. I still got about 3 boxes because I bought like 12 boxes and stuff. Ooh. Oh God, don't do that. Don't do that. Sorry, y'all. I was catching up on some television watching on my laptop. And yeah. Ooh, shit. All right. So yeah, y'all, we are here. We are definitely here. I I feel like I'm way out of views. But who knows? We're here. What's up, y'all? So I feel like this needs to be over a little more. That feels better. Y'all don't pay me no mind. I'm over here just wasting time. Shondo's around the building. Shondo's in and about the chat. Let me say hi to y'all and greet you all appropriately as I try and get all of my stuff set up right. All right. Hey y'all. Hey Volvo. Hey L Love, Nastasia, Boogie L. L Love, Vonda, Peace Love. Hey y'all. Hey Jay Parrish, MVN, Jason. Hey to all my peoples, Shondos to you all. What is up? So y'all, we've had a long week. It's been a long week, honey. But we are here and we're gonna make it do what it do, honey. We're gonna make it do what it do. So um ooh, where's my juice so we can lubricate? Mm. Hey Vovo, morning bitch. Morning bitch. What's going on? What is going on, honey? So, um, we got a few stories here or there. I'm not gonna even jinx myself and say I don't have a lot to talk about because whenever I say I don't have a lot to talk about, we be on here like 3 hours. Shouts out to all my fellow Capricorns here. It is Capricorn season, so we want to make sure that we do all the things. Hashtag Team Capricorn. Hashtag Capricorn season. Birthday shout outs to all of my fellow Capricorns. Y'all know I love y'all, and we do it big like no other. Hmm. So, mhm. Anyway, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get started. We were live earlier this week for the first politics of it all of the year, and we had a great time on the politics of it all. Um, Weather alert. So I'm here in the greater Atlanta area today, and you would think that Armageddon is upon us. It's supposed to snow tonight, going into tomorrow, and these people are losing their collective minds. They are stocking up on groceries and stuff like it is Armageddon. Like it's crazy. Like I saw on someone's Facebook yesterday, they had like a whole room full of stuff as if they were going to be snowed in for the next month and a half. It's freaking Atlanta. The snow's probably not even going to stick. I mean, what are we talking about? Child, they over here losing their whole collective minds. Anyway, hey, really be. I tried to call you back. I'm gonna call you when I get off here, really, because I need to call you and cuss you in a good way. Y'all know I love my sis, but I was gonna call you to really be to make sure that the reason that you were that I knew the reason that you were not on Wednesday. I hope the reason that you couldn't go live Wednesday is the reason that I'm thinking about. Because if it's not, then I'm gonna cuss you. So your reason for not being on Wednesday better be what I think it is. I'm gonna ask Regina. I'm gonna ask Regina. Anyway, so let's get down to some stories, y'all, on this good Saturday, January 15th, 2020. So now, really be, I hope that slap across the head doesn't mean that you gonna tell me that that's not the reason you work on Wednesday. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, really be. I'm gonna get you. Me and Gina are gonna wait outside your house. As soon as you walk out, me and Regina gonna jump you. Don't worry, we're gonna jump you. I live in Wisconsin and we've only had a dusting. We should be knee deep, but instead our snow is over there with you. So y'all ain't even got it like that in Wisconsin. I expect Wisconsin, or as I used to call it, like when I was in like kindergarten and first grade, I was like learning all my states and stuff in kindergarten and first grade, right? Because my grandma wanted me ahead of the game. So, she was making me do stuff I shouldn't have been doing in like kindergarten and first grade. Anyway, so I told you I used to call Wisconsin West Cousin. So I still to this day call it West Cousin. So if you ever hear me say West Cousin, y'all know I'm talking about Wisconsin. Some habits you never break. Anyway, so over there, West Cousin, y'all not knee deep up in snow? Child, global warming. It's the middle of January. And they ain't got snow in West Cousin. That's a problem. That is a problem. Child. So, you know, child, I was like 5 or 6 years old calling it West Cousin. And I think, what's the capital? See, that was when I was learning the states in the capital. Is the capital Madison? No. What's the capital of Wisconsin, of West Cousin? I don't even remember now. I used to have like this. Remember back in the days. Now the young kids, the Generation Zers ain't gonna know no parts of this, okay? But back in the day, like if you were born in the '80s or further back, it is Madison. So I went wrong. All right. So I'm still good on my capitals, okay? Come on now. Anyway, so remember when you had to like go and research in like the almanac? Remember what an almanac was? See, kids nowadays don't know what encyclopedias are. They don't know what almanacs are or anything like that. Like I remember taking like a geography class in like middle school, and we had to do like all of these stupid projects on every country where you had to go learn the gross domestic product of every country and the capital and the population and all the religion and the official language and the flag. It was just a whole thing. I remember taking world geography and we had those almanacs, and my world geography teacher did not play with us. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Did not play. The almanac and the atlas, baby. You had what? Matter of fact, that was on our supply list. You had to go and buy an almanac and an atlas. Every student in her class had to buy an almanac and an atlas, and she did not play around. You had it right on your desk every day. Like when we took out our books, we had our geography textbook, but you had to take out also your personal almanac and your personal atlas. She ain't play around. These kids will never know. Now they have the Googles and all that stuff. These kids will never know. They don't know real research. They don't know real research. Sure. I mean, like, I was in like sixth grade knowing gross domestic products of random third world countries that I never would visit. What's going on, Jason Shondo, my guy? Oh man. Hey Tracy, you too was being a hater, child. Tracy, don't let them hate on you, honey. Don't let them hate on you, honey. Why you have to learn the longitude and the latitude and child. They don't know. These kids will never know. Never. They don't even know what longitude and latitude is, honey. Hey, LaDonna, but child. So yeah, that's the story behind West Cousin. So y'all know if y'all hear me say West Cousin, y'all know what West Cousin is. I'm just saying, West Cousin. Don't laugh at me. Anyway, so we got a couple of stories. Y'all know it's Silly Saturday, so we're gonna be silly around here. We're gonna be silly. So this first story, I don't even know who this young man is, but this story caught my eye. So maybe y'all have kids that might know who this person is. Maybe y'all are hip with pop culture. I don't know, because you know, a lot of these, I feel like my uncles and aunts now when we were young, and I remember talking about people like Biggie and Tupac and KRS One, and you know, I was a big Redman fan. Um, and so my aunts and uncles them used to be like, "Who are these people? Why is he calling himself Biggie Smalls? That doesn't make sense." And they used to call Tupac Tupac, like all parents at that point called Tupac Tupac. He was gonna be Tupac. I don't care who he was gonna be Tupac. Child. Child. Anyway, did y'all say protractors? They don't know what those are. Hey, PR Burns. Child. Protractor. I don't even right. So you remember having a protractor? What was all unless you are an architect or somebody in that lane, you have never had a reason to have a protractor in your whole life. Like, why do they sell those things? Like, I don't even understand. Like, unless you are an architect or some kind of artist, and now in 2022, you don't even use them because I'm sure architects and stuff have computer programs that draw all of the little things for them. So the whole point in the protractor is what? God. Anyway, let me get to this first story, y'all. We just gonna jump right in on the deep end. Listen, we're not gonna even, meander around the shallow parts of the pool. We jumping head first into the deep, 20-foot deep side of the pool. You hear me? Child, I could never use that stupid compass. Stupid. We used to use it to stab people with back in the days. Now that's the only purpose, because you had the pointy part, then you had the part that the pencil went on. Baby, if you ain't leave school with a couple holes in your body from stab wounds from compasses, you ain't have a good day at school, baby. Fuck off if you want to. The fact that they let us buy and carry around these instruments of death, y'all, we used to be carrying around. A compass is a serious weapon. You could end someone with a compass. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You can really end someone with a freaking compass. Girl. Complete instruments of death. You know that sharp end of the compass, the part that you, baby, you stab somebody, play with it. Mm-hmm. Lasha Quante, you got one more time to come over here with that fuck shit. See if you don't get stabbed with this compass. All right, play with it. Come on with it. Woo! It did right, Jason. The compass did you just stab you through the backpack? Hey, what's going on, quintessential? Listen, the way that compass used to poke because it always poked through your backpack, and you always it would either stab you or it would stab somebody next to you. Like you'd be walking because we used to be in them crowded hallways, like when you on your way to class, trying to rush to class at the last minute. And now you cramped in 5 people deep in the hallway trying to get to class, and inevitably somebody compass, you know, shoves through the fabric of their book bag, and now you don't got stabbed to death. Dear God. Now we were a little less concerned back in the day, but nowadays the way some of these people and kids be carrying all kinds of stuff, and I don't want nothing stabbing you and making blood come out, and then they come and stab me either. I can't play with y'all. Nope. That's how the cocoa started. That's how the cocoa started. Right, Jason, straight straight. Ah! Child, at any given moment, listen. At any given moment as a child, you were one step away from instant death. Think about playgrounds back then. None of the wood chips and foam and plastic shit they got now. That shit was all concrete and metal. And you miss a monkey bar with one hand and see if you don't end up with your head cracked open and bleeding all over the ground to impending death. Do you hear me? And you had every reason to miss a monkey bar because the shit had been out there baking. See, I'm from Miami, where you had monkey bars that was sitting out there in 90-degree heat that was all metal that you needed a tetanus shot to get on that was baking all fucking day long. So when you went out there for fucking PE or recess at the hottest part of the day, 1 o'clock in the day, and now that shit done been sitting out there making this moment you touch it, bitch, you letting it go because that's like 1,000 degrees. You got like third-degree burns. You fall and bust your head open on a fucking hard ass concrete. No wood chips, no plastic, no sand, no foam. It was fucking hard ass concrete. Now you done fell, bust your head open, and now you going to the hospital just from one failed reach of the fucking monkey bar. Like I said, at any given moment, it was impending death. You fuck round and get on the goddamn hot ass seesaw with the wrong fat bitch. Cause I was always little. So I always had a nasty, stinking ass fat heifer that would get on the fucking seesaw with me. And now you know how one side is down and so the other side is up. So when you push the side, hey, Tabitha, you ain't missed too much. You push one side, the big ass fat person get on their side. Now I'm stuck 10 feet in the air, legs dangling for the next 30 minutes because this fat bitch don't want to get off, don't want to get off. And then, wait, because it get worse. So now I'm flailing in the air, screaming, "Get off! Get off! Get off!" And they laughing at me, just laughing at me because they know I weighed like 58 pounds, soaking wet. And this big, fat, golachi person that has no business being in the same grade with me, way out of my weight class, got me stuck and got me, they weigh like 158 pounds. I weigh 58 pounds. I'm stuck in the air on this hot ass seesaw, flailing in the air, legs dangling and shit, waiting, screaming at them, "Let me down, let me down, let me down." And they let me stay up there for 15 minutes. But eventually, stupid asshole lets me down. How do they let me down? They just get up off of it. And what does the seesaw do? Slams in the ground, and there goes my whole spine. I could have, been paralyzed for the rest of my life because the stupid seesaw slammed into the ground. And now my coccyx and the rest of my spine is now shattered because, stupid asshole. And the fucking playground that I told you any day, like Jason said, you were one step away from instant death. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just saying. When we grew up, every day you were one step away from impending death, and we're still here. Now, these cotton candy kids, you breathe on them and you blink at them and they falling out dead. But I ain't gonna go down that road. Listen, Jason, I'm not gonna discuss dodgeball. I have head trauma and I was concussed many days with freaking dodgeball because I grew up in the ghetto. And these psychopaths didn't use regular dodgeballs. They used basketballs when we were playing dodgeball. So when you get busted in the head by some freaking basketball that's hurled at you at lightning speed, it causes you to get concussed. The fact that I still have all my mental faculties today is an act of God. I'm just telling you what I know. It's an act of God. Because the sadistic psychopaths that I grew up with used freaking basketballs for dodgeball. So we're not going to talk about dodgeball. Nope, 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 nope. Not going to do it. Nope. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. And curse all of you people who were good at dodgeball. I was not good at it, and that's okay. I don't care. We do not care. Now we used to have, hey Chanel Huffman, we used to have a street version of dodgeball called OUT Spells Out. Now, Tabitha, who's on her way to her nail appointment, knows exactly what OUT Spells Out is because we played it all the time in Miami. I don't know, did y'all play OUT Spells Out in y'all neighborhood? You'd be on the street. It was kind of like dodgeball. So you had one person on this end and one person on that end. Everybody's in the middle, right? So yeah, well, I don't know how we, morphed into talking about kid games, but we're here. So you had one person on this side. You was on it. This was on the streets. You wasn't at school. You was at home. It was on the street. And so now you're talking about all concrete and asphalt now and cars. So we're talking about at any given moment, like I told you, a wrong move, and that was impending death. So and OUT spells out you have one person on this end and one person on that end. Everybody's in the middle. So one person has the ball. It's kind of like the dodgeball. The you gotta hit somebody, and every time you hit somebody, they get a letter. So you would have 5 hits and you were out. It was OUT spells and then out. So you got 5 hits and you was out the game. So you went running from side to side because you remember you had the 2 people on the side, and they would literally be trying to hit you with the ball. And like I said, we always play with basketballs. We could not afford, or I think we could, we just didn't want to afford the nice little softer, rubbery like balls you use for kickballs. No, because when you grew up in the hood, the basketball was multi-purpose. The basketball was your basketball, it was your kickball. If for some reason you ain't have a football, it might have even became your makeshift football. You used it for dodgeball. You used it to sit on when you got tired. You know what I'm saying? You used it for everything. You used it as the butt of jokes when you put it up to somebody's head because you said their head was big as the basketball. The basketball was all purpose. And your parents knew that, so they bought you a basketball because they knew it served 1,000 purposes. Do you hear me? So when you play OUT and spells out, and you in the middle, so you're running from back and forth. So like if this person gets the ball, now you're running to the other. Now if this person has the ball, now you're running to the other side to get away from them from getting hit with the ball. And so that's how you knew. But the problem was you had to keep track of who was on what letter. Like I had this my friend Lucretia, Cree, as I used to call her. She used to always lie about what she was on. Like we'd be like, "What letter you on?" "Oh, I'm on O." "Oh, I don't have no letter." Bitch, you lying. Bitch, you done got hit 4 times. You should be on spells. Anyway, Tabitha know what I'm talking about with OUT spells out. She's from Miami. She know the game. Child. But I got concussed many a days with dodgeball. I don't. Nope. We're not going to discuss dodgeball. Nope. 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 Child. 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 Be our bird. We play basketball with the basketball, but the basketball served many purposes. 1,000 purposes. Do you hear me? Matter of fact, if the basketball, some people, because eventually the basketball got used so much, it used to start to go flat. We ain't had no goddamn pump to be pumping no basketball. So now you sitting up here trying to bounce this flat ass basketball. It was just a mess, just a mess. Mm. We left the base. See, baseballs got left at the baseball field. They didn't let you take them home because to see white people could play with the baseball. Our black asses play with baseball. Baby, you wasn't gonna have a window that wasn't cracked in your neighborhood. You weren't gonna have. I mean, everybody was gonna be down to the hospital. You talk about hitting somebody the way we like to hit people. You talk about throwing a hard ass baseball at somebody. Baby, you would have had a whole lot more deaths back then. They let us take them baseballs. Oh no, they knew better than let our black asses with a baseball. I look like a freaking bullet. You might as well put a gun in their hand and tell them walk around the neighborhood with a gun. A mess. Shit. Yeah, now you could play baseball with that or T-ball with the basketball. We used to do that. People used to put the basketball on the tee for T-ball and try to. I'm telling you, basketball was all purpose. 1,000 different things. Child. Child. Pools, we used to just try and drown people in the pool. No, pools were not that bad. Pools were bad because all of us could swim. Like that's the first thing you learn to do in Miami. You learn to swim because you want to go to the pool. But the goddamn when you get popped with the goddamn wet ass towel all day long at the goddamn pool, they used to roll up the towel and pop you with the towel. Oh God, to get on my I hated it all day long at the goddamn pool. Y'all used to get on my nerves. Ooh, I miss the pool. I miss the good old days. That's when you listen to all the good music. You had all of those were fond memories from childhood. Going to the pool. We used to go to Charles Hadley Pool. We used to go to Gwen Cherry Pool. We used to go to a lot of different pools. We used to go to Morningside Pool sometimes. Charles Hadley Pool, Gwen Cherry Pool. Tabitha is riding and listening to this because she knows all these different places that I'm talking about. But yeah, good days back then, good days. And I only went because my aunts, that's how they got to see their little boyfriends because their boyfriends would meet them at the pool. Like the pool was like a big meeting spot. And so they would meet their boyfriends at the park by the pool because every pool was in a park. So they would meet their little boyfriends in the park and do like little nasty stuff, probably be over there fucking and shit. And so we would have to go to the pool. We would go get in the pool. They was outside with the other teenagers doing all kinds of stuff they shouldn't have been doing. Child. The pool, that was where it was at. Let me get to this first story. I've been trying to get to this first story for 25 minutes, y'all. I blame y'all. And it got to my first damn story. Mm. So, this first story, I don't know this young man. I don't know who he is. I don't, but the story, he's apparently a popular guy. He said we were living in Hunger Games. You know what? If you ever see, this is why I don't have kids. Looking back, we were living in Hunger Games and Squid Game world, and never do it. We were living through. We literally were living through the Hunger Games and Squid Games our whole childhood and had no idea. No, that's why our generation loved Squid Games because we could relate because we lived through that shit as a damn child. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ooh, child. Anyway, child, we were living through it, honey. Anyway, so let's get to this first story. Our first story of the day. Child, really be, we was, honey. The fact that we still here. Child, put a squid game on us if we want to. Girl, we got this. We've been doing this our whole life. We got this. What? Child. Child, what am I? I'm drinking on some white cranberry. It's so good. I know it kind of looks like water, but it's not. It's so good. So, some little guy by the name of Fivio Foreign or Fivio Foreign. I don't know these people, but his name is Fivio or Fivio um, Foreign. He says he had sex with his sister's sister, and it's okay because they weren't related. She wasn't related to him. I'm just gonna take a sip off of that. See, that's this new school, newfangled bullshit. When black people grew up back in the day, if that was your sister's sister on your daddy's side, by the transitive property, she was related to you. Even if there was no blood, she was still related to you. And her parent that wasn't a part of your family, like if her mama was your uncle baby mama, or if her daddy was your auntie baby daddy, or something like that, they were also related to you, and all their kids was your cousins, whether or not y'all was blood or not. That's how we grew up. So by the black people transitive property, she was related to you, even if it wasn't by blood. And the fact that y'all had sex is nasty and it's incest. But this newfangled, new generational bullshit. like, what are we doing here? Child, let me read this stupid shit. I don't even know who this Fivio foreign guy is, but I'm gonna read this. Appearing in a recent episode of Dirty Street Confessions, Fivio Foreign set tongues wagging with his confession of his biggest regret when it comes to sex. The rapper, whose real name is Maxie Lee Riles III, revealed he once had sex with his sister's sister. Before everyone was speculating that it's also his sister, he suggested that he and the girl were not blood related because he and his sister don't share the same father, and the woman could be from his half sister's father's relationship with another woman. A mess. Anyway, quote, my sister, she been left the house. She came back and spent the night in my house with her sister from her father's side. She wanted to fuck me. I was a kid. I was like in high school. My sister's sister, she wasn't related to me. I fucked her. End quote. What do y'all want me to do with that? Like, what do y'all want me to do with that? And y'all wonder why we have COVID. And y'all wonder why we have 85 different strands of the cocoa. Because y'all around here fucking y'all relatives. This is the bullshit. So last year, it was the white people who we found out was culprits because they dirty asses only bathe once a quarter, once every 3 months. And now black people are around here fucking each other's sisters. Fucking aces. I don't understand you people. This is why cocoa is never going anywhere. This is exactly why we will be living with the cocoa perpetually. Get used to it. Like, what lead paint was he sniffing on or eating? What paste was he eating as a child? What asbestos filled room was he forced to live in? What do y'all got going on? What do y'all got going on? Now, it sounds like, to compound the incestuous nature of all of this, it seems like a whole statutory rape situation, because it sounds like the sister and her sister are older than him, and he was a little boy in high school. So it sounds like this was a grown ass woman having sex with a little. Oh dear God, it's just. What do y'all want me to do with this? What the fuck do y'all want me to do with this? But wait, it gets better as we do our infomercial voice. But wait, there's more. Let me keep reading. But it wasn't the worst part of it. Fivio said he and the girl had sex while his sister was sleeping in the same room. Quote, but let me tell you why it was the worst. Because my sister was in the room and it was nighttime. We were all asleep, sleepover thing. And I had to go viral on her. And I just felt like I shouldn't have done it. Wait, what does he mean? I had to go viral on her. I don't even understand the way these kids talk nowadays. Also on the podcast, Fivio revealed the freakiest thing he ever did in bed. Quote, the freakiest shit I ever did. The freakiest shit I ever did. I did a threesome with a pregnant bitch and it was real freaky. It was crazy. I didn't eat her ass, but I eat ass. I can't even understand the way these people talk now. What y'all Why do I expect? Why do I expect someone to have a real grasp of this thing we call the English language if they around here with incest and everything? Like, I'm try- I, this this whole article is just getting so much worse. Fabio later admitted that he has a foot fetish and likes to suck toes. Quote, that's my thing. He declared, revealing that he once told his partner to put her feet on his penis instead of sucking it. Quote, so I'm like, yo, I like toes. Put your feet on it. End quote. So where is Abby when I need her to sing How Did We Get Here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Oh, God. Like, I just feel like, bruh, it's like taxi cab confessionals or something. Like, we don't need to know all of this. Like, you can keep some of this locked into the innermost repositories of your brain. Okay. Like, right, Tracy. So you draw the limit on eating a pregnant woman's booty, but you don't mind committing incest. But you don't mind telling your uh girlfriend to put her toes and her foot fungus all over your peen, but you draw the line at pregnant woman's booty hole. I'm just trying to make sure I understand what's happening here. Just try to make sure I understand where we're going with this. That's the line. That's where we draw the proverbialized pregnant woman's booty hole. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just, I'm just, that's some dude named Fivio Foreign. Call him if you need him. You spell that Fivio and then foreign. He's not the cutest thing in the world, and I don't, I don't, I don't understand. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I give it all to y'all. What do y'all want me to say? Move it on, cause I can't. Y'all got to. What do y'all want me to do with that? This is where we're starting. Right out the gate. First story, get some of this shit. That's where we're starting. So if that's where we're starting, hey Amber, we're starting with fungi and toes on penises and incest. So let's keep going. In COVID news, in news of the cocoa, the COVIDs. Okay, I'm just saying. Apparently now the cocoa causes your penis to shrink. A man has claimed that his penis shrank 1.5 inches after contracting the cocoa. This is according to revolt.com. A man claims his penis shrank 1.5 inches after contracting COVID-19 last year. According to reports, the man, who only identified himself as heterosexual man in his 30s, wrote about the problem in a letter to the quote How to Do It podcast this week. He said, in July of last year, I contracted COVID and was very sick. When I got out of the hospital, I had some erectile dysfunction issues. With medical attention, the man said his erectile dysfunction began to improve. However, his downgraded peen persisted as a lasting problem. Quote, before I got sick, my penis was above average. Not huge, but definitely bigger than normal. Now I have almost about an inch and a half. Now I've lost about an inch and a half and become decidedly less than average. It's apparently due to vascular damage, and my doctors seem to think it's likely permanent, he added. According to Dr. Charles Williber, who responded to the man's letter, penis shrinkage is a rare but real side effect from COVID-19. Quote, COVID causes a mass of respiratory symptoms that lead to a lot of the deaths, but there's also pretty significant vascular issues that occur with guys. Urologist Dr. Ashley Winter also agreed with the diagnosis, saying, now, this is the part where I feel like this is some bullshit, okay? Because this alleged Dr. Winter is quoted saying, and I quote, COVID dick is a real thing. Now, I just don't feel like a doctor would be using terms like COVID dick, but allegedly, according to Report.com, Dr. Ashley Winter, who's allegedly a urologist somewhere in these yet to be United States of America, was quoted saying, quote, COVID dick is a real thing. She goes on to say, the main reason that we think this occurs is something what we that we call endothelial dysfunction. That's basically the cells that line your blood vessels, and they're really important for the function of many different organs. Just the way that this person speaks doesn't make me feel like they're credible, but I'm gonna keep it going. Hey, Nicole Stevens, And because the erection is a blood flow event, when those blood vessels are affected, you can get the erectile dysfunction. A study published in the Lancet Medical Journal that observed 3,700 people with COVID-19 found there are more than 200 potential symptoms people can experience from the virus. Symptoms were identified all over the body, and a few people in the study, less than 10%, reported penis shrinkage. If there, I'm just reading y'all what I found. I just report on what I see. So if this is real, true, and credible, listen, men, go out and wear your masks. Please go out and wear your masks because allegedly doctors are confirming that you could get COVID dick and your dick could shrink. Let me put on two masks because we don't want no parts of shrinkage over on this side of the mountain. 'Cause on this side of the mountain, we don't want no shrinkage. Listen, I don't want to be over here singing, I'm coming up along the rough side of the mountain. I hope to God, His powerful hand. I'm coming up mm, 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 on the rough side of the mountain. Only on Silly Saturday are we going to transition from COVID dick to singing Rough Side of the Mountain while having two masks on. Oh, dear God. Oh, oh. She is board certified. Okay. Well, Tracy said she went and looked her up and said she is a board certified urologist. So there might be some credibility to this. I don't know. Men's is around the world. Please wear your mask, or you might be singing, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. Not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all today. Nope. Nope. Y'all got me over here dying. Whew. All right. We two stories in, and we done talked about freaking peen and incest and foot, toes, and feet on penises. In the first two stories, we only two stories in. Shit. Anyway, since we're down this road, since we're already here, we're here. We're here now. Listen, we are knee deep up in all of it. We might let me go ahead and get this story out of the way. There's no easy way to go into this story, so let's just dive right in. So, since your boy, Soldier Boy, tell him, had his peen pics leak again this week. Now, mind you, his pics have been leaking for the last how many months? Dear God, like we done seen his peen more than a little bit. If you haven't, you just ain't been looking. So he announced on Thursday that he's now going to create an OnlyFans, and now he's celebrating the release of his peen pics so as to promote his OnlyFans page that he says that y'all need to go and subscribe to. Now I've seen it. It's not. It's not bad. He's not coming up on the rough side of the mountain. I mean, that's not his story. He's not around here singing, "I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain." It's a respectable size. A respectable size. But you said the fork in the road, and we went just straight through the fork, not taking any of the clear patches. Yeah, driving full speed through the fork. Hmm. Um. So I'm now reading more into this. What I'm lying about, So Jeff, who just pops out of the bushes. So Jeff pops out of the bushes out of nowhere to talk about. But we've seen it a long. No, but see, So Jeff, we've seen it a long time, and we've seen it many times, and we've seen it from many angles. And so he's been practicing, and he's learned which angles work for him. See, he's smart about it. He knows that certain angles are gonna make it, appear like ooh. But when you look at it from another angle, you're like, oh. So you go from ooh to oh. So he's mastered the angle. So if you notice, you always get that same angle that's looking down his stomach, where it kind of is going toward the camera and it looks bigger. You never see it from the other angle. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, he's mastered that. You so Jeff, whenever it look big, you always see it from that same angle over and over and over. You know, I got you. So I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I ain't flew here. I grew here. Anyway, so let me read this real quick snippet. So allegedly, I'm seeing that he already had an OnlyFans that nobody knew or cared about. Child. Soldier Boy. So here I'm reading this article from Ace Showbiz. It says Soldier Boy couldn't care less about his leaked NSFW not safe for work photos. After someone unleashed his nude photos from his OnlyFans account, the Kiss You Through the Phone rapper promoted his page on the platform instead, making use of Twitter on Thursday, January 13th. The 31-year-old MC, I didn't know Soldier Boy was 31. The 31-year-old MC greeted his online devotees. "Good morning," he said before putting the link to his OnlyFans account, onlyfans.com/soldierboy if you need it. This arrived after someone shared photos of Soldier's private area, prompting the rapper to become trending on Twitter. After online users lusted over the photos, the hip hop star set aside time to retweet the thirsty posts. Quote, "No wonder Soldier Boy named Big Draco," one person wrote, with another one echoing, "Wait a damn minute, Soldier Boy. I see why your name is Big Draco." An individual gushed, "Now I see why Soldier Boy just be doing what the fuck he want." Raggedy ass, thirsty ass rat bastards. This is what I'm saying. Like, the pen is not good enough for me to deal with a whole ass crackhead ass baser. Like, Soldier Boy is a whole basehead ass crackhead fuckboy who likes to beat on his women. We've already seen that. And who, when faced with other real men, bitches up and can't stand in the pain. Like, really? Child, I saw somebody posted that Soldier Boy had a video or something on his Instagram for $100. Like, in order to unlock the video, it was $100. I'm not paying. I'm not even paying $100 to go watch you do what you're supposed to be doing, which is rapping. There's nothing you can do or offer me, Soldier Boy, that I'm willing to pay $100 for. Let's be clear. Damn Soldier Boy. Let me keep reading some of these thirsty ass raggedy. This is why we're going to hell in a handbasket. Because you got thirsty ass people lusting after the likes of a whole ass fucking crackhead, a baser. They went on writing. Hey, is Soldier Boy still looking for a soldier girl? Cause baby, here's another one. Soldier Boy was the first rapper to have a big dick. That's what we're doing. Just a mess. Somebody else wrote, the pic I just seen of Soldier Boy. Yeah, I'll kiss it through the phone for sure. This is what this is what y'all got going on. Soldier Boy and his meat. Y'all are thirsty. Like y'all are over here just thirsty as fuck for a whole ass crackhead ass baser. Right, Jason, just lining up to be abused. Just lining up. Just a mess. Let me tell you what Soldier Boy says, okay? Soldier Boy, who is from Chicago, has been busy working on his new Revolt series, The Life of Draco, which will premiere later this month. Conveniently. Speaking about the show, Soldier Boy told Hip Hop DX, quote, it's going down. I can't wait. Everybody been reacting so good off my interviews, my Instagram lives, my YouTube blogs. The reception just been so good. I was like, man, yo, we need to turn this into something for the people to see. And I also wanted to show behind the scenes of what really go on. People get to see the half. People only get to see the half. They don't get to see the whole picture behind the studio, behind the performance, behind who we working with every day and what go on when he turned the Instagram live off. You dig? No, I don't dig. I don't want any parts. Please get off my computer screen. I mean, right, Tracy, that's the one that got me, the one where some retarded ass young lady said he's the first rapper to have a big P. I was like, I'm just not doing this. So he's the first rapper to have. I can't. And these are the people that y'all are putting hope into for our future. These are the kids who Whitney Houston sang about, says she believed that they are our future. Whitney, you were wrong. It was the coke, Whitney. It was the coke that you were snorting because you say that these kids, that these children are our future. No, they're not our future. If they are, we are destined not to make it. Dear God above. Silly Saturday, y'all. Silly freaking Saturday. If you need us, it's silly Saturday. That's what we got. Just a mess. So, in our next story, so we have all collectively been clamoring. Mm, mm. We've been collectively waiting for not come on Thanos. Oh God. Pinky Tiki, you say she sang about millennials who unfortunately raised these. Same difference. So we've been waiting for P Valley to come out, and they told us it was going to be a long wait. Well, it might be a little longer because Nikki Gilbert is suing Stars and Lionsgate and anybody else involved with P Valley because she said they committed copyright infringement. Let me read this for y'all. So this is according to the Shade Room. While we've been patiently waiting for Mercedes, Miss Mississippi, Uncle Clifford, and the rest of the cast of P Valley to return to our TV screens, it looks like viewers aren't the only ones who have paid attention to the Stars series. Legal representatives have also taken notice of the show, and in a new lawsuit against Lionsgate Entertainment Corporation and Stars, reality TV star singer Nikki Gilbert is calling out the show's creator for similarities. According to Yahoo News, Nikki, the plaintiff, alleges the show, which debuted in July 2020, has several notable similarities to her musical stage play Soul Kittens Cabaret, starring Nikki, Faith Evans, and Fantasia, which was released on DVD in 2011. Reports state the lawsuit alleges the series is a, quote, veritable unauthorized 2020 knockoff of plaintiff's Soul Kittens Cabaret, end quote. In addition, she claims that the defendants, quote, knowingly and illegally used her works to create the P Valley television series, end quote. Now, P Valley, was created by Katori, is based on Katori Hall's play called Pussy Valley. And we know Nikki Gilbert is one of the, I think she's an EP or one of the producers for R&B Divas and stuff like that. So, um, the suit further explains that. Well, let me get into more of the details, okay? So, Nikki alleges her entertainment attorney Leroy Babbitt pitched that Katori Hall's, entertainment attorney Leroy Bobbitt pitched Soul Kittens. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I'm reading this wrong. Nikki Gilbert's entertainment attorney Leroy Bobbitt pitched Soul Kittens Cabaret on behalf on her behalf as a musical TV drama to Lionsgate CEO John Feltheimer in Los Angeles in 2014. The lawsuit also states that John Feltheimer received 2 copies of her script and the play on DVD. The suit further explained, quote, during the Lionsgate uh, Soul Kittens Cabaret pitch, Feltheimer expressed enthusiasm and interest in scripting Soul Kittens Cabaret as a musical drama series for Lionsgate and even stated that he loved the character named Tata Burlesque. Feltheimer further explained that he enjoyed reading scripts and would read the script over the weekend, share it with the Lionsgate team, and follow up with Bobbitt. Unfortunately, reports state Nikki never heard from John Feltheimer or Lionsgate. While it's unclear Katori Hall's position on the lawsuit, Nikki is seeking actual statutory damages as well as a jury trial in the civil suit. Roomies, do you think? Oh, that's the stupid shade room thing. So here's my thoughts. Hey, Abby, my love. So Katori Hall's play came out in 2015. Soul Kitten Cabaret came out in 2011. So Katori is Nikki is alleging that John Feltheimer and Lionsgate and Stars are culpable. But what I didn't hear in this lawsuit was Katori Hall as a plaintiff, at least from what I'm reading. It says Lionsgate, which is the John Feldheimer. It has stars on there, but it doesn't have Katori Hall. So, in my level of now, I'm not a legal scholar by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think Nikki has a whole lot of a case here. You're reaching here because, I mean, like I said, I'm not a legal scholar, but in my common sense, now, I know that the judicial system doesn't always go with common sense. It goes by the letter of the law when it wants to. If Nikki Gilbert has a problem, shouldn't Katori Hall be in this lawsuit? Because if P Valley is based on Katori Hall's play, Pussy Valley, wouldn't your lawsuit be against her? And if John Feldheimer has the right to choose whoever he wants to put in Lionsgate, if two people pitch the same type of show, I, as the company, can say, oh, I want to go with this show instead of that one. I'm sure if you work for a record company or a television company, you see you get so many pitches and so many people that come at you with different ideas. A lot of them probably look and sound the same. There are probably hundreds, if not dozens or thousands of plays and things that probably dealt with strip clubs and stuff like that. I mean, really? That's what we're doing? I mean, if we're really thinking about it, isn't P Valley like a 21st century version of what was the movie with Lisa Ray and them and Jamie Foxx that I can't think of right now? It's a damn stripper movie with Lisa Ray and Jamie Foxx. Like, isn't it the 21st century version of that? Like, I don't think Nikki Gilbert has two legs to stand on, because it doesn't appear like, if you're saying that they stole something from you, Lionsgate did not write it. Lionsgate, I mean, I feel like Couture Players Club. Thank y'all. Your fault should be with Katori Hall. Now, if she put Katori Hall on the if she was suing Katori Hall in addition to Lionsgate and Stars, then I might can go with you, but I still don't think that she has two legs to stand on, because unless you can clearly point out where this is the same as that, I mean, the likelihood of you winning this case saying that she stole this from you is slim, very slim. Because I could right now write a script based on a strip club that has probably a whole lot of similarities to what P Valley had or Soul Kittens Cabaret. Now, I've never seen Soul Kittens Cabaret. Anybody here ever seen Soul Kittens Cabaret? I ain't gonna lie and say I've seen it. I am not gonna lie and say that I've seen it or am familiar with it. So maybe I'm talking out the side of my neck, because maybe I need to go and see Soul Kittens Cabaret. I think that's the problem, that a whole lot of people ain't seen Soul Kittens Cabaret. And she mad because P Valley done blew up and made a whole lot of money. And Soul Kittens Cabaret, most of all, never knew existed. Most of us never even knew existed. Let's just be clear and honest on what the real problem is here. Just saying. Am I looking at this wrong? I, Nikki Gilbert, go get your life. Go find you something to do. Stop hating on others. We can't never let ourselves, because we can't never, say, congratulations, girl. Collect your coins. I am happy for you. Mm-mm. We can't do that. I mean, what it sounds like she's doing is, it sounds like she's saying, when she sent the script and the DVD to John Feldheimer at Lionsgate, John Feldheimer at Lionsgate said, "Oh, well, let me go and send this script and DVD to Katori Hall, and then let me have Katori Hall put this out as a play, and then send this to me 4 or 5 years later, and then I'm gonna pick it up as a pitch, and then I'm gonna make it into a TV show just because I want to steal from Nikki Gilbert. Like, ain't nobody putting that kind of time and effort into you, Nikki Gilbert. Like, girl, this is a real stretch and a reach. This P Valley is a good show, but I would venture to say, as huge as Lionsgate Entertainment is, they ain't putting that much effort into doing wrong to Nikki Gilbert. Let's just be, you giving these people way too much, credit. Way too much. But that's the thing, Tracy. She can't prove that nobody stole anything from her. We know P Valley comes from Katori Hall. So unless John Feltheimer went and gave Nikki Gilbert's script to Katori Hall way back in, because she said she pitched it to John Feltheimer in 2014. Katori Hall's play came out in 2015. So unless she's alleging that John Feltheimer took her script and her DVD that she gave him and gave it to Katori Hall and told Katori Hall, hey, make a script and make it just like this, and you're going to pitch it to me 4 or 5 years later, and we're going to turn it into a show, and we're going to make millions off of it. This just sounds like jealousy and hate to me. That's just exactly what it sounds like. Jealousy and hate to me. Get your life, Nikki Gilbert. Don't let me go get Selena Johnson for you, please, ma'am. She's waiting for you. That's a mess. I'm just waiting for P Valley to come out, and we can't even get P Valley to come out no time soon because y'all got this going on. I saw this story. Thank you, Evie. There's nothing new under the sun. I saw this story, and me being snack guy, I had to bring this to your attention. So we're getting into Girl Scout season now. I know different states have it at different times. In the great state of Florida, where I'm from, Girl Scout season is like from the end of January through February. So if you want to get your snacks, snack guy here, you need to know that they'll be delivering them exclusively through DoorDash. They ain't gonna be waiting for you down to the local grocery store outside. They ain't gonna be going to your house to do all of this, that, and the third. You're gonna order them, and then they're gonna be delivered via DoorDash because we don't want to be spreading the cocoa. So Jason said, I thought of Top Golf about 6 years before it came out. Right. A mess. So, as a way of adapting their business in the age of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the Girl Scouts have found a brand new way to fulfill millions of cookie orders and social distance at the same time. Girl Scout cookies are now set to be delivered right to you from the comforts of your home, thanks to DoorDash. According to reports, the Girl Scouts will now be selling their incredibly popular cookies for the 2022 season exclusively through food delivery service DoorDash beginning in February. Shanna Preve, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships and Business Development for DoorDash, recently spoke about the collaboration. As a Girl Scout, she said, as a Girl Scout cookie lover myself, I'm so excited to welcome Girl Scouts of the United States of America to our platform, providing a fast and convenient option for customers to access beloved Girl Scout cookies on demand while empowering Girl Scouts to meaningfully grow their cookie businesses. Through this collaboration, we aim to provide access and opportunity for Girl Scouts while providing their neighborhoods with safe, efficient, and enjoyable ways to support their local troops. All right. In an official press release detailing the new partnership, DoorDash explained how the delivery of Girl Scout cookies will work for customers. Quote, as a part of the entrepreneurial experience, local Girl Scouts will track and fulfill orders, manage inventory, and more, partnering with DoorDash's technology and team. In select areas, consumers can order Girl Scout cookies in January for pickup or delivery on DoorDash.com or the DoorDash app, with expanded on demand delivery beginning in February. This statement read. For me, I need my Samoas. They had this kind that came out a couple years ago, and it was only in certain states. It was called, I think it was called like Toffee Tastic or something like that. I think it was called Toffee Tastic, but it was so good. I bought like 4 or 5 cases, not boxes, but cases of it. It was so good. Oh my God. I don't like the thin mints. Get away from me with the thin mints. I don't want none of that mess. I'm like, nope, y'all can have it. Give me my Samoas. Give me my trefoils. I might do some dosey dos. I might. But Samoas and trefoils, I could eat like a trefoil, like it's like a cracker, and put like a thing of cheese, put some cheese on it, and put like a little piece of boar's head honey maple ham or boar's head honey maple turkey on it, and I eat it like that. Don't judge me. You don't know my pain. You don't know what I've been through. I'm just saying. But the Samoas, and I think it was called Toffee Tastic. I don't want no parts of the tag along. Y'all can have all them other ones. I give up. Y'all don't have to worry about me fighting with y'all on that. Okay. See, cats me out. Cats me out. Like me, trefoils. Girl, we here for it. Shortbread. That's all I need. And my Samoas. But that Toffee Tastic, I think it was called Toffee Tastic or something like that. It was so good. But all of them tag alongs that I might could do dosey dos. I might do the dosey dos. I got to be really in the mood for some peanut butter. But other than that, thin mints, and people be loving thin mints. I don't want no parts of that. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Want no parts of it. So that's just that. That's just some that's your update on snacks. While we're taking this commercial break, also let me give a shout out because this is Ladies Week in terms of Founders Weeks. Thursday we had the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated celebrated their Founders Day. Happy Founders Day to those. The Reds, love those. Y'all know I love the Reds. I don't play about the Reds. I love me some Delta girls. Today is the Founders Day for AKAs, the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Today is their Founders Day. Happy Founders Day to you all. And tomorrow is Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated Founders Day. Happy Founders Day to you, ladies. So all today, this week is Ladies Week in terms of Founders Days. Happy Founders Day to all of you wonderful ladies. Happy Founders Day to one of my mods in here. Happy Founders Day to you, pretty lady. I hope you have a great celebration of your Founders Day. I think y'all are 108 or something like that. I think. No, y'all are 102. Yeah, I think. Yeah, 102 for y'all. So, anyway, shouts out to y'all from a good member of the D9 squad with y'all, because y'all done blew up my timeline on social media for the last few days. Like, I saw somebody had to say, hey, let me remind y'all get a Founders Day, not a Founders Week, because they 4 and 5 days before they led up to the Founders Day, they already been celebrating. They're not playing around. All day today, you'll see pink and green all of your all of your timelines, and I'm sure Thursday, all you saw was red and white with the Deltas. They don't fuck off. They do it bigger. Tomorrow you'll see blue and white with the Zetas. Love y'all, ladies. Do it big. Have a great Founders Day. Love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support, and thank you all for what you do for the community. I'm not gonna be no. I was gonna try not to be disrespectful, but not let me not be disrespectful. Shout out to our Vice President of these yet to be United States of America, who's also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. She pledged Mother Pearl Alpha chapter. Shout out to Kamala. She's an AKA. Sure, she's celebrating the day with her. Saras, Saras. You got to say it the ghetto way, not sorors. Got to be ghetto with it. Sarah, Sarah. Anyway, so that is that. That was our commercial break. Those were our commercial break stories for this week. All right. So for those people in money news, you see, we're giving you a hodgepodge, a motley crew of different things today. I have not had a single sugar spike today. I hope to make it through this live without a sugar spike, but we'll see. Y'all know my sugar levels be spiking. So I am considering changing banks. What's going on, Soap and Wash in the bushes? Um, Bank of America might make you change your bank too. I don't use Bank of America. I use another bank. I've never banked with Bank of America because they've always had a lot of fees. But let me read this to you because it may make you change your mind. Bank of America is kicking off 2022 by giving its customers a little bit of relief in the form of reducing and eliminating fees. It was just announced that Bank of America will officially reduce all overdraft fees to $10 and also completely cancel all fees associated with having insufficient funds. Let me read that again. Listen. When you hear that from your bank, let me tell you what you do. See, this y'all must ain't never had to go through this. This is what happens when you hear something like that.
After this, you gonna be all right. Josh Brown. Hey. Say after this, we gonna be all right. Wait, hold on, and live low.
Come on now. Listen, let me read that again. I'm gonna read that for the people in the back who didn't quite hear it, understand what I just said, because I might be going to open the Bank of America account today. It was just announced that Bank of America will officially reduce all overdraft fees to $10 and also completely cancel all fees associated with having insufficient funds. And with that, we say,
after this, you gonna be all right. Josh Brown. Hey. Say after this, we gonna be all right. Wait, hold on, and live low.
listen, we done all been there. Listen. We done all been there. We done all. If you lie and say you ain't never been there with the dreaded NSF, everybody ain't been living large their whole life. We done all been there where you purposely overdrafted your account because you knew, listen, I'm going on this trip. I don't give a shit what my bank got to say about it. Let me go ahead and pull out this cash. This is before there was CashApp. But remember, before there was a CashApp and all of that stuff, it used to go, we all done did it. Let me go overdraft this account. Let them hit me just one time with this overdraft fee. I'm gonna take all this money I need out to get through this trip, and then I'm gonna go home and we're gonna be good. But then, while you thinking you okay, some raggedy ass company that you thought you had already paid off decide they go hit your account after you already overdrafted it. So now your bank finna hit you 3 or 4 times with like a $35, a $38 fee. They're gonna hit you 3 or 4 times. They're gonna hit you for that one for the overdraft fee and for the insufficient funds. So they're gonna hit you, bust you across the head twice. Some banks will hit you across the head twice. They will hit you for an NSF charge and it will hit you for overdrafting, which I think is the same thing, but they find a way to make it two different things and they will fuck you up. Listen, you be on your trip thinking you good because when you do that first overdraft, you say, I ain't even gonna go to my account. I ain't gonna even take my card out my wallet. Do you hear me? I might leave it home because I don't want no problem. And you thinking, okay, I just got that one NSF with the overdraft, I just got that one charge. Baby, you get back from the weekend and say, let me just check my account, make sure everything good. And you see like 2 or 3 other things done bust you across the head while you was already overdraft, and you over there calling Jesus like, you be like, girl, y'all just gonna do me like that. Girl, I done been there. Thank God. God has smiled on me. It that's not my story anymore. But years ago, in my younger days, definitely in my 20s, you had to make it happen, honey. Y'all acting like I'm the only one. Y'all acting like I'm the only one that has ever did that. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. Especially if you in college or you in your 20s. I ain't gonna even say college because college you still kind of learn the ropes financially and fiscally. But in your 20s, listen. If my bank in my 20s could tell you something, they made a whole lot of money off of me. But that's how they bust you across the head. Them fees. It's always the fees. It's always the fees that get you. It is always the fees that get you. Let me finish reading this so we can do another shot. Let me read this. It says Bank of America is taking a major step to reduce the overdraft fees the company has charged its customers throughout the years. Fees that ultimately amounted to hundreds of dollars a year for frequent overdraft users. In a recent announcement, Bank of America confirmed it will slash overdraft fees from the regular $35 to $10 beginning in May. However, that's not all, as the bank will also no longer issue a fee to the customer for NSF or insufficient funds, which is generally applied when the bank rejects a transaction. Additionally, the bank will no longer allow customers to overdraft their accounts via transactions made at the ATM and permanently do away with the previous $12 fee customers were charged when Bank of America automatically moved money from one account to another account to cover an overdraft, which would often involve moving money from a long-term savings account into the customer's primary checking account. I done had that too. That's what, that was one of the primary reasons why I had my savings account and my checking account at 2 different banks. One, I ain't trust the bank to do right. But two, when them jokers would start to say, oh, you think you just gonna overdraft this checking account? Bruh, you got money over here in this savings. Let me go on over here and snatch this money from this savings and charge you to move money from your savings to your check. Your money that you had that you thought you were saving. Nah, bro, you ain't getting that. And that's what y'all doing. Run me my coins. Give me my money, because I'm going to a whole nother bank because I ain't gonna let y'all play with me like this. Had a whole nother savings account in a whole nother bank. You want to open a checking account with us too? No, ma'am. I'm just here for the savings. Just you heard me. I just want a savings account over here. That's it. Checking over here, saving over there at another bank. I'm not gonna play with y'all because that's how they play the game. But I do want to read the part. I know we over here shouting now. they did say they will no longer allow customers to overdraft their accounts via um ATM. So you can't go pull it out the bank. That's okay. We got Cash App now. Now they won't need that no more. Cash App. Keep a and I say that because I do keep a Cash App card because I stopped using my regular bank card and credit cards when I go out of town because I've been a victim of identity theft too many times. And so now I only use the Cash App card. So if you gonna get me, girl, all you getting is what's in this Cash App card. You ain't finna go drain my bank account or my savings account or whatever I got going on. You ain't finna charge up my credit card with all of that. Baby, you're getting this Cash App card and whatever is in it. I don't know what else you want from me. And now with my friends, if I send them money, I don't even send them money through Cash App a lot of time. I send it through Zelle so that we don't have no fees attached to it. So like, you have that friend that always come bother you 3 or 4 days out the month. Can I hold $100? Can I hold $50? Can I hold $100? Girl, girl, girl. So I send it to them via Zelle, child. Anyway, um, so once again, they are going from $35 to $10 for a overdraft, and they are eliminating NSF fees. And with that, we got a shout for you.
After this, we gonna be all right. Josh! Josh Brown. Hey, hey, hey. Say after this, we gonna be all right. Wait, hold on, and live long.
Listen, little boy is over there getting it though. What is getting it though? Listen, hey Clark Kent, I ain't seen you in a minute, boo. What's up? Listen, little boy was over there getting it. What he getting it? Get your praise on. He was over there getting it. Okay, I made it this long without a sugar spike, and I'm gonna try to get through this. This is not even a story. This is just a public service announcement that I'm gonna make. Okay, I'm gonna try to get through this public service announcement without having a sugar spike. Martin Luther King Day is coming this Monday. I don't want to see, I'm not going to even say, even just Republican media outlets. I want all the media outlets to leave Martin Luther King Day alone. Because y'all always call out the same four quotes. And then when you venture out to find something else, you use it in the wrong context and you make it sound like he was saying something flowery and nice and good and wholesome when he was castigating the entirety of the American society at that point. White people, leave the celebration. I'm not going to say leave it to us to celebrate Martin Luther King. Everybody should celebrate Martin Luther King. But leave the quoting of Dr. King to us. Okay? Let us celebrate this man and let us do all of the quoting because we know the context. We can do it the right way because y'all gonna give us the same I have a dream speech over and over and over and only give us the last 10th or the last 25% of his speech, ignoring the whole thesis of the speech and ignoring the whole part of the speech. It's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like reading an essay and only reading the last 4 sentences in the conclusion. White people are going to be all over the country having a dream all over the place. That's all they're going to do all Monday. They're going to have dream this. I have dreamed this. I have dreamed this. I have, girl. By the time Martin Luther King um, was assassinated, his dream was a nightmare because he told us that he had sent us into a burning building. He had already told us that. Please, listen, just say Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day and leave it at that. We don't need you trying to, wax poetic and give us all of these wonderful, great quotes from Dr. King because you're going to do it in a way that proliferates your white supremacy and your white privilege. That when you quote Dr. King, you always do it in a manner and you spin it and you make it in a way where it strokes your white privilege and perpetuates your white supremacy. And that's not why he, came and fought for civil rights. That's not why he fought for us. For you to be using his quotes to proliferate your agenda of white privilege and white supremacy. I'm just saying. Please don't. Please don't. If you want to read the speech, read the Birmingham jail speech. One of the greatest pieces of writing in the history of the human species. Okay? That's what you want to read. I don't want to hear your I have a dream speech. Okay? Don't want to hear no parts of that. Read something that shows you who and what America was, but also demonstrates the profound greatness of who was one of the a man that was one of the greatest orators and greatest writers to ever breathe air on this globe. Okay? Read me that, okay? I don't want to hear I have a dream speech from you. Not if you're not including the whole first part of it. Nope. That is just my public service announcement. Fox News, don't cart out here the Candace Owens of the world and your other token black people who are going to be up here saying all kinds of incendiary and insidious things on Monday. We want no parts of them. None. MSNBC and CNN, if you're going to cart some black person out there to talk about Martin Luther King Day, that better not be the only day we see them. If you're going to cart them out there, have them up there all the time. We're not only good for Martin Luther King Day, or if you want to do a special day for Black History Month or something like that. These are real and credible journalists, people who have perfected their craft, who have been educated in their craft, and they should be seen as, equals and not people to be carted out there only on Martin Luther King Day. And maybe if there's a story that involves black people because you're scared to send your white people out there, or when you're talking about Black History Month. I'm just saying. Just saying. That was my public service announcement. My public service announcement. Listen, if y'all remember, there was a Super Bowl, I think it was like last year or year before last, when Ram Trucks did a Martin Luther King speech, and they did the speech where he talked about Drum Major for Jesus and stuff like that, and the Drum Major Instinct speech. But they put a spin on it where it looked like he was promoting them. And if you know anything about the speech, he's talking about the perils of consumerism and the consumer market in the American society and how horrible it is. But they were putting it on their commercial as if he was, promoting them. Just a mess. Just a goddamn mess. I would love for them to do the King's speeches early in his career, like the ones from the mid 50s or from the ones after 1965. Give me one of those speeches. Give me one of the speeches from like 53 all the way to about a 56, 57, or give me something from after 65. Give me something like 66, 67, and right before he died. Give me those speeches. The not so flowery speeches. The ones that didn't feel good. Give me those. Damn mess. I will also say, please be careful out there. I know we have Martin Luther King parades going on across the country. Please be careful out there. The Coco does not care that we're celebrating a holiday. Matter of fact, the Coco might be here for the holiday and say, "Oh, y'all want to get together and be close in close quarters at this good parade? I'm here for it. Y'all better be safe out there. Be safe out there. Mask up. Have your hand sanitizers. Don't be touching your nose and your face. I mean, your eyes. Just telling you what I know. If you're gonna wear the mask, listen. Where's my mask? Right. This bothers me to no end. You people who do this all day. These people, you see how this mask is being worn? These are the people who bother my spirit. What is the purpose of you having on a goddamn mask if you're gonna wear it like this? Make it make sense. That's like the guy who wears a condom and then says, "Oh, I'm gonna just cut the condom reservoir off of the condom, but I'm gonna still have the condom on, but I'm gonna just cut off the reservoir part." Right, Jason. Guard penis links everywhere. Thank you, Jason. We are protecting the peen. Ladies, you have a reason now to, stop COVID. We're protecting the peen. Ladies, trying to help you. Protecting the peen size. Just saying. We learned earlier we have a reason to fight. If that's not a reason to have the people go get vaccinated so we can get to some type of herd immunity, what other reason do you need? I'm just saying. Anyway, we got two more stories. We're gonna be up out here. I ain't gonna keep y'all all day. Exactly, NBA. Got two more stories. We're gonna get out of here. In news of the what the fuck are y'all thinking? But this might make for great television. In news of what the fuck are y'all thinking? But this train wreck might make for great television. Big Brother, celebrity Big Brother wants to cast Antonio Brown for the next celebrity edition of Big Brother, which usually airs during the summer or spring. It's late spring, I think. It should be coming up because real Big Brother starts during the summer. So actually, Celebrity Big Brother should be coming up because real Big Brother starts during the summer and it goes through like early fall, like it ends like September. So Celebrity Big Brother should be coming up. They are wanting to cast Antonio Brown, I mean, Antonio Brown at this point is a psychiatrist's wet dream. Do you hear me? And we saw this past week, we had a whole convention of the mentally unstable when we saw pictures of him partying it up with Kanye West. Like, psychiatrists all over America were using that as porn. Okay, let me tell you. Psychiatrists all over America were using the photos of Kanye West and partying up with Antonio Brown as psych porn because they get off on this kind of stuff. Do you hear me? So y'all want to lock Antonio Brown in a house with 8,000 cameras, no access to the outside world, no access to social media, nothing, with other, mentally unstable celebs in a house. Y'all think this gonna go well? It's a whole train wreck. A whole train wreck about to happen. Whose idea is this? Whose whose idea is this? This is going to end badly, but I kind of want to see it. This is going to end so horribly, but I want to see it. We all want to see the train wreck. We all want to see the car crash. Like, this is not good for him. I hope that somebody in his camp is over there saying, bruh, we can't. Somebody go filter his emails and text messages, please. Can his publicists or PR people filter all emails and text messages that he gets? We don't need the people down there to CBS contacting this young man about going on Celebrity Big Brother. This is not going to end well. Like, what the heck? Not Frank the Tank. I love Frank the Tank. I love Old School. That's one of my favorite movies. Love Old School. Listen, what? Who's I? How? But what? I just come here to report what I see. Like, I foresee with him being in there, this morphing into like Old School Bad Girls Club and Antonio Brown at some point getting pissy with somebody and be like, "What's my girl who had the pots and was singing said y'all ain't get no sleep?" Like, I figured he's gonna do. Oh no, we had that on Big Brother. Remember the guy who won from Miami, the Hispanic guy. Remember, this was maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. The Hispanic guy that won from Miami. Remember, he had the pots and he was doing his own version where he was bamming the pots and pissing people off. Remember that? Oh, I forgot about that. That was what was his name? Was it Josh? He won. I know he won that season. He won that season. But this was maybe about 3, 4 years ago, maybe about 5 now. But I remember he had them damn pots. Like my girl from Bad Girls Club was fucking them over. They were so mad with him. He sat there in the middle of that goddamn living room and kitchen just banging the pots every day. Like, bitch, I will fuck you up. Girl. Oh boy. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. This what y'all got going on. Tanisha, thank you. Thank you, Tanisha. Child, mama had the pots, honey. She said, girl, y'all ain't get no sleep that I had it. Girl, what she fucking at? That is a listen. That is a all-time classic television moment. Like, all time. All time. That's an all-time moment. Like, you gotta know that moment. Got to. If I had 100 all-time moments in television, it would make the top 100. It just would. Just would. Anyway, I don't listen. Jesus be a spam inbox, okay? Just send it right to. Let it go to his spam, okay? Because nobody ever opens the spam folder, okay? Jesus be a spam folder in his email, because we don't we don't need this. I kind of want to see it, but we don't need this. Mm-mm. Nope. It's like that thing that you know you're not supposed to look at, but you still want to see it. You know that dark area for those people who watch the hub. Y'all know what hub I'm talking about. You be in the hub and you watching your standards, but there's always the recommended one videos, and they always find your most seedy and salacious little filthy little, fetish, and have a little they have one little recommendation and you be looking at it like, I shouldn't click that. No, but I want to see it. But no, I should click. But I want to see it. Like, no, I won't. But I want to see it now. And then you click it anyway and go watch it. And you're like, oh, why did I click on this? But it's so good. That's what this is going to be. This is what it's going to be. A mess. All right. Now, in our last story of the day, more shouting news. Okay. So this came out earlier this week. Navient to cancel $1.7 billion in student loans over claims of predatory lending. Let me read this to you. Wait, that title alone is enough to do this.
After this, we gonna be all right. Josh Brown, please. Hey. Say after this, we gonna be all right. Wait, hold on, and live long.
Listen, I saw that title and said to myself,
Holy Ghost will tell you, don't wait at the church. We can win at the beach. Jesus. I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Let me read this for y'all. The student loan servicing provider Navient reached a deal to cancel $1.7 billion, that's billion with a B, billion dollars in delinquent private student loans belonging to more than 66,000 borrowers. The company will also pay more than $140 million in penalties in the agreement to settle claims by the attorneys general of 39 states. The lawsuit alleged that Navient misled borrowers by encouraging them to enter into long-term forbearance agreements that increased their debt. The forbearances meant the borrowers paused their payments, but the interest accrued on the debt caused the amount paid over the life of the loan to increase. According to the Associated Press, the company, quote, engaged in deceptive and abusive practices, targeted students who it knew would struggle to pay loans back, and placed an unfair burden on people trying to improve their lives through education, end quote, per one of the suit's filers and subsequent negotiators, Josh Shapiro, Pennsylvania Attorney General. The lawsuit also alleged that Navient provided the loans of, I'm sorry, let me read that over. The lawsuit also alleged that Navient provided the loans to students of schools with lower graduation rates, virtually ensuring that borrowers would struggle to repay them. Navient reportedly encouraged borrowers to enter the forbearances instead of enrolling in income-based repayment programs. The proposed settlement cancels past due loans made in 2002 and after to borrowers attending selected for-profit schools, including the now defunct ITT and Corinthian colleges, plus Bridgepoint Education, DeVry University, and Education Management Corporation, or entering certain Navient programs. So we talking about all of the Jerry Springer institutions. You know, all the ones that played during the Jerry Springer and Maury Povich show. All of them. All of them. Per CNN, approximately 350,000 federal student loan borrowers will receive $95 million in restitution, while 66,000 borrowers of private debt will see their remaining balances canceled. The cancellation will only apply to people with private student loan debt who will be notified by July 2022 and get refunds on payments made after June 30th, 2021, according to CNBC. In settling the lawsuit, Navient denied any wrongdoing. Quote, the company's decision to resolve these matters, which were based on unfounded claims, allows us to avoid the additional burden, expense, and time and distraction to prevail in court, said Navient's chief legal officer, Mark Helene, in a press release. Navient is and has been continually focused on helping student loan borrowers understand and select the right payment options to fit their needs. In fact, we've driven up income-driven repayment plan enrollment and driven down default rates every year. Hundreds of thousands of borrowers we support successfully pay off their student loans. And it goes on and on and on and that. But just knowing that people out here across the fruited plains is going to get, listen, do we need another shout in here? Do we need another shout in here that we're going to have people with really?
After this, we're going to be all right. Josh Brown. Hey. Say, after this, we're going to be all right. Wait, hold on, and live long.
Listen, nephew got on the sickening out suit to the suit, the blue suit with the brown shoes and the tie. Nephew got on a sickening suit. That's a listen. Nephew came ready for y'all. Had the mask on. And nephew was here for y'all. Nephew, I see you out here, nephew. Nephew, give us a little shout in here. Nephew got that shout on, honey. Got that shout on. So listen. What it sounds like what was happening is they would go and they would tell people, oh, you got this many months of forbearance that you can do. And if you do that, you ain't got to pay nothing. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they around here, accruing all kinds of interest that you're going to continue to owe them. So now you're going to be paying them perpetually. And I love the fact that they said that they were focused, that the lawsuit talked about them focusing in on schools with a low graduation rate, meaning you finna borrow all this money and never see a return on your investment because you ain't getting no degree. You ain't getting no paperwork to put on your wall. So you done borrowed this money that you gotta pay back, didn't get the degree that you thought you was gonna get. So you're not getting a higher wage with which to pay this degree back, but you're still supposed to be paying this degree. I'm still, listen, I said I wasn't going to have a sugar spike, but I'm still upset that, the Dems look at us progressives like we done lost our damn minds when we say, why don't you just do away with student debt, period? Just period. I think like this. If you, now, people don't agree, a lot of progressives don't agree with my thought on this either. I feel like this. If you take out a loan and you go to school. If you graduate, meaning you earn the degree with which you went to earn, then I don't think you should have to pay back that loan. I think no matter what field you go into, if you make this agreement and say, hey, I'm gonna do, because you're working, you literally in school, believe it or not, you are working. If you get that degree, you don't work for it. And I feel like if you get into this agreement and you say, listen, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna get an education, and I'm going to add to the American economy, be a productive member of society. Statistics say if you get a degree, you're more likely to be a productive member of society. Those statistics are out there. So if I go and get into this agreement with whatever loan company who's going to pay for my schooling, if I graduate, get this degree, you have proof with a transcript that says degree conferred on dot 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 date, you should have all your student loans forgiven. Like, you did what you were supposed to do, you knew the assignment, your reward, all of that is forgiven. Add to American society. Now, if you one of these people who just took the money and didn't do right by it and was around here drinking and partying every night and not going to class and doing, then that's a whole nother story. Now I don't have a whole lot of love for you because you got this money. You should have did what you were supposed to do. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I might be making way too much sense. And sometimes it doesn't make sense to make sense. Anyway, but we still happy about it. So, right, you got car loans, you got mortgages, you got all kinds of other things that, debt that, trust me, there's no shortage of debt that somebody can get into once they graduate from college. Please be clear. But I'm just saying. But I understand betting on most 18-year-olds is a bust. But what I'm saying is, if they have that incentive at the end, listen, you are signing this promissory note or whatever that says one or two things. Either you're going to end up graduating because we paying this amount of money, or you're going to end up owing this amount of money. Now you decide what you're going to do. And that will motivate, someone at that age perhaps to do the right thing. When you put with the choice of, do I go to this party on this Tuesday night, or do I go and study for this test that I got tomorrow morning? You might have, I ain't saying you're going to have everybody, but you might have one or two more people that say, I'm probably going to end up studying instead of going to this party because I do have to, I do need to get this loan. I do need to graduate. Because everybody doesn't come from a trust fund family where they parents that had they college paid for, since they were born. Everybody doesn't come from the family where, even if you flunk out of school, it's already paid for because your parents already have it in the trust fund for you. And then again, everybody doesn't feel like they should, sign their life away by going into the military. And that's no fault against my veterans, my military people. But I know people who only went to the military to pay for school and never graduated because they died. Remember, a lot of my friends were around the time of 9/11. So I had a lot of people enter the military to help pay for school and died over there in Iraq trying to pay for school. Who am I, though? Who am I? Anyway, we've had a great silly Saturday. I've been on here 2+ hours, y'all. We've had another great silly Saturday. We were silly today. We were quite silly today. I enjoyed talking about the instruments of death that we averted, the Squid Games that we participated in as children. If you missed the first 45 minutes of this Silly Saturday. You missed a lot of good time. We the first the first 45 minutes of this live the first 45 minutes of this live don't owe me nothing. Please be clear. The first 45 minutes of this live don't owe me nothing. We had a good time the first 45 minutes of this live, but we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here, y'all. Listen, New Year, same thing. I wonder what's going to be our big. You know what I look forward to in Silly Saturday now. What's going to be our big thing this year? Like every year, we have something that kind of changes the game. Like orange shirt changed the game. Like sugar spikes changed the game. Like we have something that comes every year that kind of is a story that kind of permeates and just stays forever in with us here on Silly Saturday on the channel. So I'm looking forward to seeing what 2022 is going to bring. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Stay safe out there. COVID is real. For those people in areas, there's a lot of areas that's getting snow over the next couple days. Be careful out there. Don't lose your mind. Armageddon is not upon us. But because I know the people down in Atlanta are losing their goddamn minds thinking about this snow that's supposed to come that's probably not going to even stick. But anyway, y'all be safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. That's as I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Thank each and every one of you all for your birthday surprises, gifts, tokens of loves, and everything. So appreciated. We about to get out of here. It is Capricorn season. Shout out to all of my fellow Capricorns. Y'all know it's goat seasons. We are the goats. Hashtag Team Capricorn, hashtag Capricorn season. Let's get some shondos in the chat as we get out of here. My best friend um challenged me to start promoting my channel this year, that I should start telling people to do what Jason just said. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to put Jason's stuff up because my best friend says that I should do that, and I don't believe in doing it, but who knows? I might at some point. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.